Hi, I'm moen-crabtree, and I'm presenting my final for Geography 883 today. It's called Cook County SOS, an Esri Survey 123 application. It's designed for disaster events to be used by residents for emergency response. It comes from my family and I being on vacation in Maui in 2023. It was one of the deadliest wildfires in U.S. history. The next morning, we were lucky enough to make it through. And I sat on the beach with my family just wondering how this could even happen. We have so much technology and everything. And so it's a nice opportunity to get to explore how to help during this class. The two-way communication happens between the general public, assumed to have little to no GIS skills, and with emergency management regional security experts in the Cook County area. I chose the Cook County area because I have a land cover map created in a previously for a class. This is what the Survey 123 app looks like. It's actually live, and you can scan a QR code at the end of my presentation to add data to my project if you'd like. There's one more question that was added, and that is a code. The code is just CC SOS 25, and that was added to create kind of an authentication process. It generally asks just these 5 questions, and the photo is optional because of non-sighted people during an emergency, and there's an open-ended other information, which is important because emergencies change and you can't always have a Dropbox for what's going on. During the research for this, it was discovered that often volunteer geographic information apps fail. And the GeoJournal article that I read highlighted the importance of engaging the public through badges and participation awards. And so these were developed as a way to keep the app kind of refreshed and updated and acknowledge someone's participation. This is the main design. Everything goes through ArcGIS. The general public can have access to the survey and to the dashboard just to view the results. A expert from the Emergency Management and Regional Security Department, one of their employees can have access to everything, and a GIS manager or GIS developer working for the project also has access to everything through the ArcGIS online. These are the components. Esri software often has a lot of overlap between presentation, data, and application and business services. Down on the left, the Make Survey Watch webhook survey alert is something new that is added to create a ping that happens to one of the staff experts when the survey is submitted. This is the general workflow. You can imagine surveys being submitted from a wildfire happening. As they're submitted, the alert goes through to EMRS. They review it. They can view where the surveys are coming from, see an analysis map, view maybe some weather that's going on, make a plan, and then submit a mass text response. The way this is set up on the front end is to have the Vercel website hold an API called Clark that specializes in creating databases that have user data. So they'll have their email, first name, last name, and phone number added to Clark. The website acts as an authentication so that there's not bad actors just making fake surveys out there. And they're also given a personalized code to enter at the beginning of their surveys. Additional data is from the land cover map I mentioned, USGS river gauges that can be set for any kind of alert to happen. You can set it for 2 feet, say, in a certain area. And FEMA photo mappers are very interesting volunteer geographic information that create geotagged images of natural disasters. This is an example from the Make website, how a webhook is created. There's other options that you can add to it. Open ChatGPT, for example, could go through the surveys and maybe understand through image recognition what the pictures that are submitted are saying. Or you can add a Google Drive or an Excel, Gmail, all kinds of add-ons can be added to this. There is an official survey watch created with Survey123 and Make. So it was a really interesting road to see what the kind of front end and middle of this application process is to get an alert to happen for the EMRS. This is their situational awareness that happens after they've received the alert. They can do a quick analysis. They can look at the dashboard and understand what's going on. And they can also hop over to the Survey123 and see their visualization graphics. They're really great. So if you submit that there's a fire, it says that there's 5 different surveys that have said fire. On the back end, within the Vercel website, there's an additional API called Nouveau. Nouveau is how the mass text can go out. They connect to Clerk and are used as a mass text database. System requirements, there were a lot of them. This is an example of one submitted for the software that ArcGIS uses. To evaluate, we're asking the experts at EMRS to take this evaluation. It's a downloadable PDF from the Nelson Norman Group. Additional surveys can be used for anyone that's taken the survey. This is an example from the cost-benefit analysis. There was more to it than this, but generally it will take around $16,000 to run this a year. Finally, wrapping up with our future work, it's possible to have all of these systems up and running. The front end and the back end still need a little bit of work to finesse with the amounts that are possible to start with. So right now it's set up as like a hobby account. And so if I get over a certain number of submissions, then it jumps up to a different account level that I have to pay for it. And so it could all be up and running and taking in surveys for free still by the end of October. That is the goal. After that, it still needs to have surveys every 6 months and weekly system tests. So it's up to a GIS developer or a GIS manager to hop on once a week and submit surveys to run an analysis test. This is an example of a UML of what the system can do for each user, what access each user has. The general public is displayed in blue. Emergency management experts are displayed in red as secondary users, and then the developer I was just talking about is shown in bright fuchsia. Thank you for your interest and your feedback. Please scan the survey and take some time to pretend that you're in Cook County, just outside of Chicago, and that you're in a natural disaster and you need some assistance. Thank you.